Hello everyone. So this is Supriya and today I'll be doing the NAT part of UC 2023 question paper. The other questions MSQs or MCQs are also done. Most of them are done. You can find them on our YouTube channel. And today these NAT means numerical answer type questions. So basically you have to enter the answer in a real number for real numbers up to 2 decimal digits. There are 18 questions and there is no negative mark for this particular section. So let's start. So let us start. This is the first question here. The question says how many times does the shape sequence, this sequence, appear in the grid below? So sequence may be top to bottom, bottom to top, left to right, right to left, or at an angle. So to find out, just let us first find out where this hexagon we can find hexagon. So it says here first, but it's the second part. This is triangular, which is not in the question, so it will not be possible. Here we can find there is a circle, but it will not possible. But top to bottom will be possible. So this will be the first option. And again, this is hexagon. Again, this will be possible. Second, then here also we can find a hexagon, so this is again the same sequence. The third, another hexagon we can find here, so this will be bottom to top, sorry, right to left. So there are total 4 number of times which this sequence has appeared, so you have to mark the answer as 4. So in this question we have to find out the longest path. These are the lines P, Q, R and S, different paths, and we have to find out the length of longest path when the length of each side, this is 7 unit, this is also 7 unit, and you have to use the value of pi as 22/7. So first let us mark the curves. See, these curves are repeated, like this quarter circle, this semicircle, we will find in other paths also. So if we calculate once, the same calculation can be used again. So first let us mark, like here, this, these are the curves, and if we combine these three, we can see then this will be part of a circle, 3/4 of a circle with radius 7 unit. Similarly, this will be another 3/4 of a circle with radius now 7 plus 7, 14 units. And this again straight line 7, 7, 7, 21. And this is semicircle with radius half of 7, that is 3.5 unit. So if I calculate the length of this path, it will be 3/4 of into 2 pi into 7, this 3/4 circle. Then this is another 3/4 circle with radius 14 units, and this is 21, 7, 7, 7, and this semicircle. And if we calculate, we get the value as 131. Similarly, for this second option, this, if we can see, this is 1/4 circle. This will be combined to make a full circle. Then this again 3/4 circle, and this is again a straight line. So if I put all the calculation together, it will be 1/4 of a circle. This I'm talking about this quarter circle. Then this is full circle, so this is 2 pi r, and then this is 3/4 of a circle, and this whole line. So if I calculate it, it will come to around, it will come 133. For pi I have taken again as given 22/7, so it is 130. In path Q, if we see, there are this will make a full circle, 1, 2, 3, 4, so full circle and 3/4 of a circle, and then this quarter circle and these 3 straight lines. So if I write it here, 1/4 of a circle, this I'm talking about this curve, then one full circle, this one, and then 3/4 of a circle, this one, and 7, 7, 7, 21. If I calculate it, it will be 120. So this is 120. Now about P, if I say this will make a full circle again. This and this will make a half circle, semicircle, and then again straight lines. So if I calculate it, and then again there is a semicircle. So if I calculate it, this is half circle. This I'm talking about this green one, a blue one with radius of 14. Then 2 pi 7, that is full circle. This one 1, 2, 3, 4. This will make a full circle. Then this green one, this is semicircle, so half into 2 pi into 3.5, and this 1, 2, 3, 4, that is 28. It will be 28. So if we calculate, it will be 127. Now among these we can clearly see This is the longest path, so this will be the correct answer. 130.
What is the maximum number of stars that can be packed inside the blue color boundary, including the one that is shown in the image below? The stars can be scaled, that means you can make it bigger or smaller. Obviously, you have to make it smaller, but they should not overlap, and at least 4 points of every star should touch the blue color boundary. It means that fifth, there are total 5 points, so 4 has to be on this boundary. That means the fifth one can be adjusted here on this particular point. So that means what is this length? The same for the next star, the smaller star, this should be that length. So it will be something like this. So let us do it. See, now you can see still some space is left, so one more star can be fitted here. So total number of stars are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So for this question, answer will be 6. A dice throw can result in the number 2, 3, 5 or 6. Every fourth throw will result in 3. What is the minimum number of times the dice has to be thrown for the pawn to move from 0 to reach exactly at 100? Even though it looks difficult, we can solve it easily. So it is said okay, they can result only in 2, 3, 5 or 6, and fourth row will have to be 3. So we cannot find 1 here. That means even if someone reaches here, it will not reach at 100. So this means this ladder is not of any use. Again, if you see this particular ladder, if you for coming to here, there is no shortcut, so you have to move whole from here. So again, it will be too many number of times dice has to be thrown. So again, it will not be of any use. And thirdly, if you see this one, even if you use this, and even if you reach here, again you have to, because this will not be of any use, you have to go through this route. So it too many times, again number of dice has to be thrown more number of times. So again this is of no use. So this 3 will not be used. And now if you see, you can get the answer either by this also, either by this. Both will get the same answer. I will show you one way. Second one you can find out like this one. The first 5, it can first throw you get 5. Then second one it is getting 6 and it is reaching here. It will step up on the ladder. Then it can get 2, again ladder. Again it will go fourth step, it will be it will, because the fourth throw has to be in 3, so it will reach here. And in the last step it will get 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So or it will be 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it will reach. So in total 5 number of steps it can get to from 0 to 100. Even if you start with this, you will get the same answer. You can try that. So in this question you have to count the number of human figures in the picture. It's an easy question, but someone may miss one or two human figure because there are many of them. So only way to not miss the human figures here is to start from one side. Like if I say 1, then 2, we'll add all the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So total 12 are on this floor. Now we'll start again from here, 13, 14, 15. Then here also 16, then 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So there are 3 figures here, 21, 22, then 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So total number of human figures are 27. In this question it is asked, in the figure given below, the area of the largest regular hexagon is 720 units. What is the area of the shaded portion? So if they have asked that, means there has to be a relation between this shaded part and this whole area, this whole big hexagon. Let's try to find out. So if I divided this big hexagon in smaller parts, smaller triangle, we can say that this hexagon is made up of 6 smaller triangles of this type, right? Equilateral triangle. So we can say that this area is equal to 720 by 6, that is 120 units, because you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 triangles are there in this hexagon. Now if I again divide this triangle into smaller units, we can say that there are 4 such triangles, right? So if I divide 120 by 4, I will get 30, that is the area of this smaller triangle. Now again if I say this triangle, smaller triangle here, it is made up of these 4 smaller triangles. and the area of that small triangle will be 30 by 4, that is let it remain as 30 by 4 only. Now this 30 by 4, if you see, this shaded part is made up of 4 such triangles, 4 such this triangle. So we can say the shaded portion is equal to 4 triangles, and each triangle is value is 30 by 4, so you have to multiply by 4. That's why I did not find out the ultimate value. I let it be like this only. So 30 by 4 into 4 will be 30. So the answer to this question will be 30 units. So answer we have to write 30. So in this question it is said a tetrahedron of side 18 unit, this one, and a cone having base diameter of 10 unit are cutting through a sphere as shown. You have to find out the total number of surfaces in the resultant sphere. I'll be showing you a model also, but before that just try to find out how many number of surfaces it should have without the model. So this tetrahedron will make a triangular hole in this. Because of that triangular hole, the number of surfaces will be 3 and outer one 4. Now this cone will make a circular hole, and because it has a diameter less than this 18, so it will pass through this inside. So it will be a circular hole which will be divided into two parts. So one surface and two surface. So two surfaces from this, three surfaces from this, and outer one. So total 6 number of surfaces should be there. Let me show you from the model also. See, this tetrahedron will make a triangular hole. This cone will make a circular hole which will pass through because this dia is less, it will pass from inside. So total number of surfaces will be 1, 2, 3, 4, and this hole has been divided into two parts because of the tetrahedron. So 5 and 6. So total number of surfaces will be 6.
So for this question, let us first jot down all the information. It says Tim cycled from his house to his friend John's house and then to his school without stopping. So he started from here, went to John's house, then to his school. The average speed was 26 km per hour. The distance from John's house to Tim's school is 3 times the distance from Tim's house to John's house. It means if this distance is x kilometer, this is 0.6 x kilometer. Tim's speed from John's house to Tim's school was twice that of Tim's speed from Tim's house to John's house. That means if this is y km per hour from Tim's house to John's house, then this speed is 2y km per hour. The question is, what was Tim's average journey speed from John's house to Tim's school? From here to here, what is his average speed? We have jotted down all the information and we will start from here. See, if this is speed is y km per hour and distance is x km per hour, so time taken from Tim to John will be x by yr. Similarly here, speed is 2y km per hour and distance is equal to 3.3 x km. So the time will be 0.3x upon 2yr. I hope you all know remember the speed and distance formulas, all the formulas. So now distance between Tim's house and school will be x plus 0.3x. This is x and this is 3.3x. So total from here to here, total distance is 1.3x kilometer. Total time taken is x plus y plus 0.3x by 2y. And if we add it, we get 1.15 xy yr. Now average speed between Tim to Tim's school is 26 km per hour, it's given. And we also know that average speed is equal to total distance upon total time. So total distance here is 1.3x kilometer and total time is 1.15x upon y. So if we make this equation here and solve it, after solving we are getting, if we solve it properly, we will get the value of y as 23 km per hour. So it means the y is the average speed from Tim to John, but we have to find out, the question is the average speed from John to John's house to Tim's school. So Tim's average speed from John's house to Tim's school will be 2y, that is 2 into 23, 46 km per hour. So here the answer will be 46. We have to find out the total number of differences in between these two images. Let us start from this side. We can see there are 2 pens here, 3 pens here. So first difference, If we compare the boy, we can see the tongue here, we cannot see the tongue here, so second difference. Then we are not able to see any other difference on this side. Now let us focus on this area. We can see that this book is blue in color, here it's orangish in color, third difference. Then there is a button missing here, fourth difference. Then there is a difference in the cupcake also, there are cherries here and not, no, then cherries are not here, so fifth difference. Then this pen, the orientation of this pen is different, so sixth one. Now if we compare this girl, the pattern of tie is different here, so that will be the seventh one. Here we are not able to find any differences. Now compare about this bow. So this is the eighth difference, this is wide and this is narrow. Now ninth one will be the badge here, this is circular, this is triangular, so there are total 9 differences. So correct answer will be 9. Count the number of cats in the given image. So you can see the cats are overlapping, so it will make the question a little bit confusing. To make it easier, you should take up some part of the cat and then count. You can take the tail or maybe the head or any part and then you can count. Like I have taken here the tail part. You can count so that it becomes easier. So this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there are total 11 tails. So there are total 11 cats. So answer will be 11. Two trains of unequal lengths have speed of 60 and 50 km per hour. So these are the two trains and let their length be x meter and y meter. Their speed is 60 km per hour and 50 km per hour. When they travel in opposite directions in straight line, they take 9 seconds to completely cross each other. When they are traveling in opposite direction, that time the relative speed will be sum of both the speeds. So it will be 60 plus 50, that is 110 km per hour. And we need to change into meter per second. So we'll multiply by 5 by 18. They take 9 seconds to completely cross each other. So time is 9 seconds. Now the distance will be sum of both the lengths. So distance is equal to speed into time. This into this, and which comes to 275 meters. So we got to know the sum of length of both the train is 275 meters. Now it is saying when they travel in the same direction, a person in the faster train sees the slower train for 18 seconds. So here we have to keep in mind when the person is sitting in the faster train, then he will be seeing the whole length of slower train crossing. Similarly, when the person is sitting in the slower train, if he sees the faster train crossing, for him the length will be the length of the faster train. Travel in the same direction, a person in the faster train sees the slower train for 18 seconds. Because they are traveling in the same direction, the relative speed will be the difference of both the speeds. So it will be 60 minus 50, that is 10 km per hour. And because it is in kilometer per hour, we will change into meter per second by multiplying it 5 by 18. Now time given is 18 seconds, and as the person is sitting in the faster train, the length of the slower train will be considered as distance. So length of slower train is equal to y meter as we had assumed earlier. Now we know that length or distance is equal to speed into time. So here this relative speed is 50 by 80 and time is 18 seconds. If we multiply, we get 50 meter. So we got that the length of the slower train is 50 meter. Earlier we had found out that length of both trains is 275 meter. From this, if we subtract the slower train, it will be 225 meters. So length of faster train will be 225 meter. Now for the person who is sitting in the slower train, relative speed will be same because they're moving in the same direction. So 60 minus 50 and multiplying by 5 by 18. And now the length of the faster train will be considered as distance. So length of faster train is 225 meter and time taken by faster train to cross will be, the formula for time is, we know that distance upon speed. So it will be 225 by 50 by 18 and this will, if we solve, we get as 81 seconds. So the answer to this question will be 81. The image shows the profile of the blade which is designed to turn a wooden block rotating about the axis PQ. So this is the blade profile of the blade, which will rotate around PQ, and we have to calculate the volume of the turned wooden block between P and Q, and value of pi is 22/7. So if this is rotated around this PQ, so this will create a cone and this profile will create a hemisphere. So basically a shape something like this will be created, a combination of cone and a hemisphere, and the volume of the wooden turned wooden block will be sum of this cone volume and sum of this hemisphere volume. So we know that volume of cone, the formula for volume of cone is 1 by 3 pi r square h, and here this is the radius for this cone, so this will be 1, and height will be 1, 2, 3, 4, so total height will be 4, so this will come to around 4 by 3 pi. Formula for hemisphere, volume of hemisphere is 2 by 3 pi r cube, and here the radius is 1, 2 units, so the volume of hemisphere will come 16 by 3 pi. So the total volume of turned wooden block will be 4 by 3 pi plus 16 by 3 pi, and if we add and we calculate, we get the answer as 220.95. So the answer for this question 12 will be 20.95. A blue color liquid is used completely to make a star-shaped jelly using the mold shown on the right. So this is the blue liquid which is used to make a star-shaped jelly. This is the mold, and this X we have to find out, and ignore the wall thickness of the mold and consider the value of pi to be 22/7. So here this diameter is given in 12 centimeter, height is 6.6 or 3.8 root 3. So first let us find out the volume of this blue liquid. Volume of cylinder we know is pi r square h. So volume of blue liquid will be pi. This our radius will be half of 12, so 6 into 6, and height I have taken here as 3.8 into root 3. Now to find out the volume of this star shape, this mold, first find out the area of this star. So this can be divided into two parts like this. First, this is the equilateral triangle. So area of this equilateral triangle, if will be, this is x, this is x, x. So this is an equilateral triangle of with side 3x. So the area of this will be 3 root 3 by 4, 3x whole square. Now there are smaller triangles. These are also equilateral triangle, and there are 3 such triangles. So area of length of this each is x. So area of this one triangle will be root 3 by 4 x square. There are 3 such triangles, so total area of this star shape will be this plus 3 into this area. So root 3 by 4 3x square whole square plus 3 into root 3 by 4 x square. So if we take 3 root 3 by 4 common, it will be 9x square plus here 3x square, so 12x square. So the value of this will come as 3 root 3 x square. So this is the area of this star. Area of star shape, we found out that 3 root 3 x square. Height is given as 4 centimeter. So height of mold is 4 centimeter. So total volume of mold will be this into this. It will find out that will come to 12 root 3 x square. So now we know that this both are volume. This volume of blue liquid should be same as total volume of this mold. So this will equate these both and then find out the value of x. If we equate this is equal to pi into 6 into 6 into 3.8 root 3, and this is equal to 12 root 3 x square. And if we solve it, we'll find out that x is equal to 5.98 centimeter. So to answer to this question will be 5.98.
Many of you have asked for this particular question, so today I am solving it here. So in this question there are certain pattern given, and these patterns represent sub numbers, like this represents 8, this represents 10, this represents 11, and the question is what will this be? What will be in place of question mark? So we can see the number of lines are same in everywhere. There are 6 lines in all the options, and there are 2 types of matchsticks. One in which one we can see the head, and one which you cannot see the head. So there are 2 variables, and their positions and numbers are changing, and based on that these numbers are also changing. So here comes in my mind the binary number system, and that is why I also suggest that everyone to solve previous year question paper, because in 2019 also there was a question based on binary number system. If you solve previous year question paper, so it may help you in proceeding in the right direction. So there are two variables here. And we can say that I hope you all know about binary number system, like just like decimal number system, in which depend if every number, the value of each number changes depending on its position, and we multiply with power of 10. Here we multiply with power of 2. Like this will be represent, let us say, this will represent 0 and this will represent 1. So let's see. So let's check if it is in binary number system. Let us first write these in binary number system. It is 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0. Similarly, it will be 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. And since I have written for all these. Now let us check if it results in 8. See, this is in binary number system. So this 0 I will multiply by 2 to the power 0 and then add with this 0 into 2 to the power 1 plus this 0 into 2 to the power 2 plus this 1 into 2 to the power 3 plus this 0 into 2 to the power 4 plus this 0 into 2 to the power 5. Now this will become 0 and this will be 2 to the power 3. This will be 8. This will again become 0. This will be again 0. This will be again 0. So it will be 8. So this is correct. Now here again this will be 0. This I will multiply by 1 into 2 to the power 1, that will come as 2. This will be 0 and this one I will multiply by 2 to the power 3. So it will come again 8 plus 2, 10. Again it is correct. Similarly, if I can write this one will multiply by 2 to the power 0, that will come as 1. This one will multiply by 2 to the power 1 into 1. So it will come as 2. Then this 0 will be 0 only. This one I will multiply by 2 to the power 3. So it will come as 11. Similarly, if I try to find out, it will come as 13. This will come as 14 and this will come as 17. So this is correct. That means these numbers are written in binary number system. So let us try to find out for this also. Let's first, if I write it in binary number system, it will be 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0. And if I multiply it, it will be, if I try to solve it, this 0 will be 0 only, this 0 will be 0 only, this one I will multiply by 1 into 2 to the power 2, this will be again 0 and this will be 1 into 2 to the power 4. This will come as 20. So the correct answer for this question will be 20. Shown below are four sides of a rectangular die. If three such dice are thrown together, what is the probability of getting a total sum of 4? Consider the value of the blank side to be 0. So you are throwing three dice together, and whenever you are throwing a dice, you are getting either 0 or 1 or 2 or 3. Now to get the sum of 4, these are the possible combinations. You can get 022 or 013 or 112. But again, this 022 one can get in three ways. These three ways: 202, 022, or 220. Similarly, this 013 one can get in six ways, because here the same number is repeated, so it will be only three ways. Here all three are different numbers, so six ways. These are the six ways. Now again, this 112, it can be three ways, because again this one is repeated. So these are the three ways in which we can get 112. Now the probability of getting any number, whether it is 1 or 0 or 2 or 3, it will be 1 by 4, because 1 out of 4. So this probability of getting any number is 1 by 4. Now the probability of getting 022 will be 1 by 4 into 1 by 4 into 1 by 4 into 3, because this 022 can be get in three ways, and probability of getting each number is 1 by 4. So 1 by 4 into 1 by 4 into 1 by 4 into 3, that will come as 3 by 64. Again, probability of getting 0, 1, 3, as we earlier found out that it can be in six ways. So it will be 1 by 4 into 1 by 4 into 1 by 4 into 6. It will come as 6 by 64. And then probability of getting 112, that is again in three ways. So 1 by 4 into 1 by 4 into 1 by 4 into 3. So 3 by 64. So the probability of getting a total sum of 4 will add all these probabilities. So it will come as 3 by 64 plus 6 by 64 plus 3 by 64. It will come as 0.1875. Now for NAT, you have to write the answer in real numbers and you have to write up to 2 decimal digits. So whether you write 0.18 or you write 0.1 round off and you say 0.19, it will all be correct. So that's why the correct answer for this question was if you write anything between 0.17 to 0.199, it would have been correct. How many distinct types of character appear in the figure given below? So you have to find out the distinct characters in this figure, and you have to be very observant in this type of question. See, in the first row, all 7 characters are distinct, so we can write 7. He will strike out those characters which have been already used, like this one, then this one, then this one, then this also and this also. So there are 2 new characters introduced, so we'll write 2 here. Again, if you see here, these 2 characters have been already used, so total 5 new character in this row. Here again, if we see, these 3 have been already used, so 1 2 3 4 new characters in this row. Here if you see, these 2 characters have been already used, and this has been also used, and these 2 also has been used, so 2 new characters. And again here all of them but 1 has been used, so this 1 new character, and again here these 3 and these 2 have been used, so 2 new characters. So you can see you have to be very observant here, like you can compare these 2 characters that look very similar, but actually there's a little difference here. This is pointed and this is curved, so there are different characters. Now we'll add up all the distinct characters. It will be 7 plus 2 plus 5 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2, and it will come as 23. So answer here will be 23. Objects made out of cardboard are shown in the image below. Count the number of objects shown as open container in this image. So you have to find out the open container. This is a relatively easy. Only thing you don't have to miss any open container. So again we'll go line by line, one by one from one side. Like here this is 1, then this is 2, second one. These are all closed. This is 1. We can see that these are the open containers. Then third, fourth, fifth, then 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th in this row, here 10th, 11th, 12th, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So correct answer here will be 21. A triangular pyramid with equal sides can be flipped on its edges without slipping or sliding as shown on the left. So this pyramid can be flipped on this side, either on this side or this side or this side. What is the minimum number of flips needed for the pyramid to reach the finishing line if the starting position is as shown on the right? So from here to here it has to reach, this has to cover 135 units by just flipping. So first let us find out how much distance it will cover in one flip. Actually in 2 flips, we'll come to that later. So for that let us find out this height of this equilateral triangle. Because this is an equilateral triangle, so the half of this will be 15 and this is 30, this is half of this 15, and this height we can find out the height of this base of equilateral triangle. We can find out by Pythagoras theorem, which will be under root 30 square minus 15 square. And if we calculate, we get as 25.98. So that means this distance is 25.98. Now if I flip it once, this is 25.98 and this remaining distance is 135 minus 25.98, that is 109.2 units. Now if I flip it once, it will not gain any height. It will just as it was, the height will as it was before, so 25.98. In second flip it will gain again this much height, 25.98. In third flip again it will not gain any height. So we see that it gains height only in alternate flip. In one flip it will gain height, from here to here it will gain height, this it will not gain height, from here to here again it will gain height, again in that alternate flip it will not gain any height. So for every alternate flip, it is gaining height. Now this is 109.2. If I divide by this 25.98, I get 4.2. So that means from here to here, 4.2 means total 8 complete flips. So from here to here, in 8 complete flips, it will reach somewhere here. 0.2 will be something like this small part. So in 8 complete flip, it will reach somewhere here. And in the 9th flip, it will reach the finishing line. So from here to here, 9 flips, and this one, 1 flip. So total 10 flips. So correct answer for this will be 10 flips.